Hi everyone, I'm Jeannie McDermott, a meteorologist at the National Weather Service office in Tallahassee. This is a shortened refresher course for storm spotters. A watch means that atmospheric conditions are favorable for the development of severe thunderstorms or tornadoes. You should be alert. A warning means severe weather or tornadoes are imminent or occurring. That's the time to take action. The Storm Prediction Center issues watches. The National Weather Service local office issues warnings. Storm and damage reports should go to your local National Weather Service office. A severe thunderstorm has winds 58 miles per hour or higher, or large hail 1 inch diameter or larger, or tornadoes. Subsevere storms have winds less than 58 miles per hour, small hail less than 1 inch, and no tornadoes. We do not issue severe thunderstorm warnings for frequent lightning or heavy downpours. So how do you know if there is a watch? The Storm Prediction Center's website shows all watches in the U.S. Red are tornado watches, blue are severe watches, and their website is spc.noaa.gov, or you can just Google Storm Prediction Center. The National Weather Service Tallahassee Twitter and Facebook accounts will post new Storm Prediction Center watches, and also the local news media will post watches to social media. Twitter is a great way to receive watches in real time. Facebook is not good for receiving timely information because the algorithm Facebook uses filters out some posts and often displays old, outdated posts. So Facebook is unreliable for urgent, time-sensitive information. You should always have 3 ways to get weather info. Don't just rely on one method of receiving weather info. Plan for things like power outages or poor reception. You can use a battery-powered radio, the internet, TV, phone apps, and a NOAA weather radio. Wireless emergency alerts are emergency messages sent by authorized government alerting authorities through your mobile carrier. The National Weather Service will send tsunami warnings, tornado and flash flood warnings, hurricane, typhoon, storm surge, and extreme wind warnings, dust storm, and snow squall warnings. Severe thunderstorm warnings are not included due to how often they are issued. Most phones receive these alerts automatically. Instructions for enabling and disabling wireless emergency alerts on different phones can be found with a quick Google search. We need storm spotters because radar cannot see a tornado at the surface. We cannot determine exactly what is occurring looking at radar alone. We make educated guesses based on radar in the environment. Without ground reports, we cannot know what is actually occurring. So for tornadoes, funnel clouds, and wall clouds, be sure to observe sustained, persistent rotation in the feature. A condensation funnel in a tornado may not always be in contact with the ground, so look for debris. Include damage if you are aware of any. A lot of people mistake straight-line wind damage for tornado damage. Unless you see a tornado, just report what damage you are seeing. For wind gusts or damage, any type of storm damage, including damage related to straight-line winds. This includes trees being blown down, damage to power poles, power lines, structures. Very small branches or twigs are less important. Be as specific as you can. Is the damage isolated or widespread? How many trees are down? How big are they? When a power line is down, we want to know, did a tree fall on it or was the pole snapped? Details are very important. Estimating wind speed takes experience. Most people overestimate. Estimates also tend to be biased towards the numbers conveyed in warnings. Avoid using heavy or strong to describe wind. If possible, measure the wind with an anemometer. If you have a home weather station that measures wind, make sure the sensor is in an open area without trees, hills, or buildings blocking the anemometer. Also make sure the sensor is at the recommended height. At 30 to 40 miles per hour, trees will sway. 40 to 50 miles per hour, twigs or small branches will be breaking. 50 to 60 miles per hour, you could start seeing some slight structural damage, like roof shingles or siding being blown off. And also healthy branches will be breaking. From 60 to 70 miles per hour, you could start seeing some down or snapped trees, and also structural damage, maybe some metal roofing being blown off. For tree damage, is it just an isolated tree or tree limb blown down? Trees can and do blow over in weaker winds, about 40 to 50 miles per hour, especially if the soil is wet. Or have many trees been blown down or numerous limbs snapped? If so, it's more likely to be severe. For structural damage, be specific. Details are important. What type of structure is it? Home or house may not give sufficient detail. Is it a mobile home or a metal barn or a brick house? Those details are helpful. Distances and sizes help. For the top photo, a good description would be large section of roof and chimney missing from house. For the bottom photo, a good description would be entire roof missing on small older house. For hail and hail damage, report the largest hailstone that you observe. Measure the diameter of longest axis if at all possible. Not all hail is perfectly round. And compare to common objects. Best to compare hail to an object with standard size. Try referencing coins, balls, and other common objects. Avoid using marbles for comparison since they come in different sizes. Common objects on the size chart include peas, dimes, pennies, nickels, quarters, $50, ping pong ball, golf ball, lime or hen egg, tennis ball, baseball, large apple, softball, grapefruit, and CD or DVD. Photos are even better. Twitter is the easiest way for us to receive photos and video. Call us and we can give you an email address to send pictures to if the damage or event is significant enough. The office email account is not closely monitored since it is not a primary method for receiving storm reports. If the damage or event is significant enough, we can give you our office email to send pictures to. But you have to call first so that we are expecting an email and we don't want our inbox filled with common weather events. So the email is reserved mostly for tornado damage and large hail, golf ball size or larger. For flooding, we want to know how deep is the water. Is it limited to ponding or pooling in low-lying spots? Are there impacts to life and property? Is water flowing over roads, rising around homes? Be specific as possible. Also, if you have a rain gauge, you can report rain totals for a significant rain event. Report what you see, not what you think you see, what you want to see, or what you think you will see. Traditionally, we have used phones to communicate with spotters. This is still the most reliable way to get in contact with us immediately with an urgent report. Our 24-hour phone number is 850-942-8888. 33, option 9. You can reach us on Facebook, but Facebook is not monitored very closely, so this is not a great way to reach us with an urgent report. Twitter is monitored closely and is a great way to send us a report in real time. On Twitter, tweet us at NWS Tallahassee or by using the hashtag TLHspotter. Tagging us directly and including the TLHspotter hashtag is a best practice. Facebook and Twitter have geolocating. Just click the circled icon and make sure GPS is enabled on your phone. We have an online form on our website you can use to submit a storm report. Just go to weather.gov/TAE or Google NWS Tallahassee. Select Submit a Storm Report from the Current Hazards drop-down menu, then fill out the form. This spotter is 2 miles north of the airport and sees a tornado to the northeast. Do you identify the location as 2 miles north of the Arcadia Airport or 6 miles northeast? 6 miles northeast is a better estimate, but if you're unsure about direction or how far away it is, you can just give us your location. Street intersections are also very useful. Your choice of words can make a big difference in how your report is perceived and could influence other spotters who hear your report. For the photo on the left, if you report house totally destroyed, we may interpret that the house is completely leveled like the photo on the right. A better description for the photo on the left is second story of house destroyed. If you report a large tornado, we may interpret that as a half-mile wedge tornado, so please choose your words carefully. What makes a good report? Details. Be specific. If a tree has fallen, we want to know what kind of tree, was it big or small? Branches fell, are they big or small? Are there branches everywhere or just a few? If there's hail, we want to know how big it is. 1 inch or quarter-sized is a threshold for severe. For funnel clouds and wall clouds, we want to know, is it rotating? For a tornado, make sure it is touching the ground. Damage, report what you see. Just because a tornado warning was out doesn't mean a tornado touchdown. The damage could be from straight line winds. So the best report gives a precise location. Addresses and street intersections are easy for us to locate. Town or city will also work. For example, just south of Valdosta or northeast side of Tallahassee, that's good for a report. Not so good report would be hail is falling in Panama City. That doesn't tell us how big the hail is, and Panama City is a big area. Try to be more specific. A bad report may give a location that's too vague for us to find, like a neighborhood or a village that is not on maps. Try to use highway and county road numbers if you know them. Those numbers are usually easier to find on a map than the local street name. Wall clouds have surface-based inflow into the updraft of the storm. They are attached to the cloud base. Look for persistence. Look for vertical motion. Often slopes towards precipitation. Often precede tornado development, but most wall clouds do not produce a tornado. A rotating wall cloud can be a precursor for a tornado. If you report a wall cloud, please indicate if you saw rotation or not. Look for organized, sustained rotation or spinning about a vertical axis. Shelf clouds mark the leading edge of the gust front, usually produced at the interface of outflow, rain-cooled air, and the updraft of warm, humid air sloping into the storm. They slope down and away from the precipitation area, commonly misreported as a wall cloud. Funnel clouds, a rapidly rotating funnel-shaped cloud extending downward from the base of a thunderstorm. Funnel clouds are not in contact with the ground, usually located near the updraft, and generally smooth or laminar in appearance. If it is not rotating, then it is a scud cloud. Scud clouds can be funnel-shaped, but they are rough and ragged in appearance. Scud clouds are often mistaken for wall clouds, funnel clouds, and even tornadoes. They're formed by rain-cooled air, sometimes detached from the base of the cloud, can be found in inflow and outflow. Scud clouds do not rotate, but they may move at a different speed than nearby clouds. When scud clouds are moving faster than surrounding clouds, they are often mistaken for rotating funnel clouds or tornadoes. So be sure that you are actually seeing rotation. Tornado is a violently rotating column of air that is in contact with the ground and extending from the base of a thunderstorm. Not all tornadoes may have a condensation funnel fully formed to the ground. If not, debris will indicate contact with the ground. Be sure of what you are observing. Is there rotation and contact with the ground? If you cannot confirm ground contact because trees or hills are blocking your view, just call it a funnel cloud. Waterspouts are similar to tornadoes but occur over water. Waterspouts tend to be weaker than tornadoes, still very dangerous to boaters and beachgoers who don't seek shelter. Notice that only part of the funnel is visible, but the rotation is on the water, causing spray. Not always visible to meteorologists on radar. We need your help since waterspouts are harder to detect on radar. Send us a report if you see one. If a waterspout is moving toward land, we may issue a tornado warning. Is this a wall cloud or a shelf cloud? This is a shelf cloud. Notice that the lowest clouds are pointing downward as cool air is descending. The red arrows show warm, moist air forced up into the storm since it is less dense than the cool, dry air in the gust front. These low-hanging clouds are scud clouds. They are very common in many different storm types. Sometimes they hang so low that they appear to be touching the ground. Scud is often mistaken for funnel clouds, wall clouds, or tornadoes. What is this? I think this is a downburst. Downbursts can bring a lot of rain and wind very quickly to the surface. I really don't see any concrete evidence that a tornado is in there. It would help if this was a video. We can't see if there is any vertical motion indicating an updraft or rotation. Is this a wall cloud or a shelf cloud? This is a wall cloud. Wall clouds are characterized by a blocky appearance and can lean towards precipitation. Is this a wall cloud or a shelf cloud? This is a shelf cloud. It is flat and pointing downward. What is this feature? This is most likely a scud cloud. They are often funnel-shaped and have a rough or ragged appearance. You want to look for persistent rotation or spinning around a vertical axis to tell for sure if this is a funnel cloud or scud. I would watch this feature closely for rotation or changes in appearance. Is this a funnel cloud or scud? It is hard to tell from a still image if this funnel is rotating or not. But if you look closely, the clouds are smooth and wrapping into the funnel where the arrows are. Therefore, this is a funnel cloud. Is this a funnel cloud, wall cloud, or scud? This is a scud cloud. It appears to be touching the ground, but it is detached from the cloud base. Is this a funnel cloud, wall cloud, or scud? This is a wall cloud. It has the blocky appearance. Is this a funnel cloud or a tornado? The elevated terrain of the highway overpass makes this funnel or possible tornado appear closer to the ground than what it really is. Since we can't see the ground here, it should be reported as a funnel cloud. Notice the smooth appearance of the funnel indicating high winds. Is this a funnel cloud or tornado? This is a tornado. You can see at the bottom that this tornado is picking up dust and debris, so this is reaching the ground and it is a tornado. Is this a tornado? This is actually smoke. It just happens to be on a cloudy day. Is this a wall cloud or a shelf cloud? This is a shelf cloud. Is this a wall cloud or a scud cloud? This feature does not lean towards the rain, so it is most likely a scud cloud. Is this a wall cloud or a shelf cloud? This is a wall cloud. Notice it has a rigid edge on at least one side. Wall cloud or shelf cloud? This could be a shelf cloud as it has a flat appearance, but I also think this could be a supercell. Notice the smooth appearance above the flat layer. This smooth layer indicates high winds. This could be a rotating supercell, or it could be a shelf cloud that has very high wind shear in that layer. Either way, the smooth layer indicates that severe weather is likely. Is this a wall cloud or a shelf cloud? This one looks messy, but on the right it looks flat like a shelf cloud. But what is this feature? This is a scud cloud. It is rough and ragged. Scud clouds can hang very low to the ground, as this one does. So when you're reporting, we want to know who, what, when, where. Who you are a trained spotter. What you're observing, multiple trees uprooted. When it occurred, 545 Central. Where it occurred, Highway 231 and I-10. Street intersections and addresses are easy for us to locate. You can call us at 850-942-8833, extension 9, and we're there 24/7. Facebook is not a great way to reach us as it is not always closely monitored. Twitter is closely monitored and a great way to reach us, and you can also use our online form from our website. We get notified as soon as we get one of those. Safety is the number one priority. If you feel uncomfortable assessing a storm or cloud, err on the side of caution. Never drive through flooded roadways. Make sure hail has completely stopped falling before running out to grab a hailstone. And for lightning, stay inside a home or enclosed vehicle. Avoid tall objects like trees and power poles. If you're a mobile spotter, always have an escape route, preferably more than one. If you have any questions, you can email me at claudia.mcdermott@noaa.gov. And again, this is our direct phone number if you have a report or an urgent question. We like to keep our phone calls brief as we are often busy. Thank you for watching and send us your reports.